I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all-crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Thursday, July 25th, 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Jack Esper, the all-sports correspondent for this podcast, and this is the Sport Report. Chandler is currently on assignment in Cleveland, so while Chandler is out for the next week, I will be running and taking over the podcast while he is out on assignment. So with that, let's go to top of the order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is top of the order. Our top story comes from Tampa Bay, where the Rays barely edged out over the Red Sox 3-2. Charlie Morton gets the win tonight with a 2.6 ERA. He ultimately moves his record up to 12-3. David Price had a 3.66 ERA tonight with the loss, but his record declines to 7-4. Now, normally this does not happen in a regular season MLB game, but last night, the Red Sox-Rays game was submitted for protest. And basically what that means is if a game is submitted for protest, a rule was misapplied during the game. If the submission is approved for protest, this finished game will restart back to where that rule was first infringed. This means that everything after that point in the game where the rule started will not count, and the next time these two teams play each other, they will remake up this game back to where they started. In this game, the Rays had 10 players in their lineup according to Red Sox manager Alex Cora. The pitcher threw to one batter, then moved to first base. Then after that batter was out, the original pitcher in the inning moved back to the mound. The only way this can happen is if the DH position is taken out of the game, and this can only happen in the American League. This game has not been approved yet, but it most likely will not be overturned, and the last time a successful protest happened was by the San Francisco Giants in 2014. And now for Le Tour de France. Well, for the first time since 2017, a rider is out of Le Tour. Make that two riders. Tony Martin and Luke Rowe are out after fighting each other during stage 17. As both team leaders were setting up their teammates for the finish into the gap, they began to fight with each other, as Martin forced Rowe off the road, and Rowe responded by grabbing Martin. Both teams will appeal to the ejections, but for the time being, both Team Ineos and Team Jumbo-Visma will have to ride without their team leaders. Julian Alaphilippe still leads the Geraint Thomas by 1 minute and 35 seconds in the general classification, and the riders will begin to go through the Alps today. Le Tour de France is down to the final 3 stages before the finish on Les Champs-Élysées on Sunday. Now that cycling is over, let's head down to the Diamond and cover all of the MLB games that happened last night.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz in the deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy cow!
Now from Major League Baseball.
Starting off with the Freeway Series, the Los Angeles Angels beat the LA Dodgers 3-2. Jamie Barria betters his record to 4-3 on the year for the Halos, while Ross Stripling has a 3.64 ERA for the Dodgers. With the loss, his record declines to 4-4 on the year. Arizona Diamondbacks 5, Baltimore Orioles 2. Taylor Clark betters his record to 3-3 in the year for the Diamondbacks, while John Means has a 3.12 ERA for Baltimore Orioles. His record declines to 8-6. As I already mentioned in top of the order, Tampa Bay Rays 3, Boston Red Sox 2. Chicago Cubs 4, San Francisco Giants 1. Kyle Ryan had a 3.88 ERA for the Cubbies. He increases his record to 3-1 on the year. Tyler Bede's record declines, however, to 3-4 for the Giants. Craig Kimbrell gets his 7th save for the Cubbies. Over to the land of Oktoberfest, the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cincinnati Reds 5-4. Matt Albers betters his record to 5-3 for the Brew Crew. Cleveland Indians 4, Toronto Blue Jays 0. Shane Bieber had a 3.44 ERA for the Indians. He increases his record to 10-3. Marcus Stroman had a 2.96 ERA for the Blue Jays, but with the loss, his record declines to 6-11. The Rockies and the Nationals had a doubleheader yesterday, but both games go to the Nationals as they beat the Rockies 3-2 in the first game and 2-0 in the second game. In the first game, Carlos Estevez has a 4.07 ERA for the Rockies. He slips to 1-1. In the second game, Patrick Corbin had a 3.25 ERA for the Nationals. His record moved up to 8-5. Kyle Freeland's record moves down to 2-8. Kansas City Royals 2, Atlanta Braves 0. Brad Keller had a 3.95 ERA for the Royals. He moved up in his record 7-9. Julio Teheran had a 3.42 ERA for the Atlanta Braves, but with the loss, his record goes down to 5-7. Miami Marlins 2, Chicago White Sox 0. Marlins pitcher Zach Gallen had a 2.76 ERA. He betters his record to 1-2. Ronaldo Lopez slips to 5-9 for the Chicago White Sox. New York Yankees 10, Minnesota Twins 7. Nestor Cortez has a 4.2 ERA for the Yankees. His record is 4-0. Twins pitcher Jake Odorizzi had 3.84 ERA, but his record declines to 11-5. Houston Astros 4, Oakland Athletics 2. Justin Verlander ended up with a 2.86 ERA for the Stros. He betters his record to 13-4. Chris Bassett has a 4.09 ERA for the Athletics, but with the loss, his record goes down to 7-5. George Springer and Jose Altuve each hit a 2-run home run to seal the game for the Astros 4-2. In the Motor City, the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the Detroit Tigers 4-0. Vince Velasquez pushes his record to 3-5 for the Phillies. Jordan Zimmerman's record worsens for the Tigers as it goes down to 0-8. San Diego Padres 7, New York Mets 2. Matt Strahm improves to 4-7 for the Padres, while Noah Syndergaard falls to 7-5. St. Louis Cardinals 14, Pittsburgh Pirates 8. Adam Wainwright is now tied in his record as he is 7-7 for the Cardinals. Jordan Lyles drops to 5-7 for the Pirates. And for the final game, the Seattle Mariners beat the Rangers 5-3. Mike Leake ended with a 4.25 ERA for the Mariners. His record is now 8-6. Mike Minor has a 3.00 ERA on the season, but his record drops to 8-6. Mariners first baseman Daniel Vogelbach had a multi-home run game against the Rangers in T-Mobile Park to hold the lead and ultimately seal it 5-3. That is the Sport Report for Thursday, July 25th, 2019.